So hi everyone, this is Drastic Ed from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with a full collectible guide for Close to the Sun. Now, there are 10 chapters in total in this game, and for each chapter there is one achievement or trophy linked to getting all the collectibles for that chapter. There is a varying amount of collectibles per chapter, but I will show you where they all are in this video. The collectibles have a common theme, so you'll see in chapter 1 that it's passports, and then in some of the other chapters it is things like blueprints. There is a second type of collectible called pneumatic tube letters, which are not tracked as part of the collectible for the chapters. It's a separate collectible throughout the entire game that it's tracked as on its own accord. And in this video I will also show you how to get 3 of the missable achievements for ringing a bell too much and for finding the birthday party room. So thoroughly enjoyed this game. I recommend that you give it a go. Yeah, so on to the video. Now, this is the prologue of the game. These don't necessarily count towards an achievement, but your first collectible you'll find is on the bed behind you. It is a poster welcoming you to the Helios place. From here, turn out and go into the main corridor, and you want to take a left. You want to head down to the sofa in the corner. On the sofa you will find the second flyer for Helios. Once you've picked that one up, you want to turn around and you want to make your way all the way down to the other end of the corridor, and you want to exit the door. In this case it's already open for me. It's the green light on the wall that will open it up for you. Don't get stuck on the post. Go around to the other side, and then halfway down through this corridor you will find the third collectible for the prologue. Okay, so we are now inside Helios. This is at the chapter 1 itself. So the first thing you'll see is this weird eye looking reception area. You want to head right of that eye, and you want to make your way over to the back of the chairs in the corner, and on this chair you will find the first passport. Your second collectible is slightly further on, so you'll come to this area with the lift, and you'll hear a playback from Nikola Tesla. Take a left before that lift, and you want to take a left and you want to go through this door just here, and you'll come into this room with a giant glass pane. Follow the walkway around until eventually you reach a ladder, and you want to head up that ladder, and you will find the second passport on the side of the ledge to your left. So once you have that passport, you want to turn around and you want to head back down the ladder that is just on your left hand side just here. You can just drop down if you feel the need to. Head back down the stairs, and then there is a door on the right. You want to go through that door, and you want to head down to the very end of the corridor, and you'll find a door on the left. You want to head into here, and then on the desk you will find the passport. So that is the third passport of the level. From that passport, you want to backtrack into the room that you were just in a second ago. So look to the right, head out the door, turn to the right again, go through the door on the left hand side at the end. Now this time you want to go past the ladder that is in front of you, and you want to head up to this tube that is glowing on the wall to find the first pneumatic letter. Okay, so now we've progressed further on, and you'll eventually enter this kind of war room environment. So what you want to do is you want to head down the stairs, and the passport is on the table to the right of the war room that is there. Once you've picked up this passport, the next one is not too far away. So look to your left and you will see a door which leads you through the security room. You will have to go through this door as part of the main story. Now, to get into this room, you need to make both arrows point upwards, and this will make the switch to your right turn on. Once you've done that, hit that green button. This will open the door that's just on the right, and the passport will be directly in front of you. Okay, so Once you've done that part and you've taken the lift up, you'll be at the start of chapter 2 and you'll be in this super fancy corridor. You're going to make your way down to the very end and you will find a reception desk. On that reception desk is a bell. Hit that bell once and you'll pop the achievement for ringing the bell, and then you want to keep hammering that for another 10 times, just like Karen would do when she wants to speak to the manager. And this will pop the second achievement for over ringing the bell. Okay, so the next wave of collectibles are actually very close to each other. You'll come into this room that has been totaled completely. Head down the stairs, and on the left hand side by the sofa in the corner you will find a mask. So pick that one up and give it a look. From that mask you want to turn to the right and you'll look at the main statue in the middle, and right on the very corner there is mask number 2. So pick that one up. From that mask then you want to go around the right hand side of the statue. So here, turn to the right and you want to follow this around. So go past the stuff that is on the floor, keep going straight forward, and as you reach this bar in front of you, you'll find it on the desk just to the right, to the left of that sofa. For the next one, we're going to backtrack a little bit, so turn to the right and head back down here. And to the left of the stairs where you originally started, you will find the mask on a planter. And then the next mask from this one is on a bar that is on the far left hand side. So once you've picked this one up, turn around, and then you want to go past the statue and stick to the left. And you want to keep going all the way down, and the bar to your left, on top of that bar, you will find the final mask and collectible for this chapter. Okay, so now on to chapter 3. So you'll reach this area eventually, so this is quite a bit of progress in. You'll talk to a guy called Aubrey. Once you enter this area, look to the left and a pneumatic tube will fall down and you'll be able to read the letter that is contained inside. From that pneumatic letter, so you want to take a look to your right. There's a statue that is in the middle that spins around. Walk towards this statue. On the left hand side you'll see a pile of electrified junk which you'll need to go through later. And then there is a couple of chessboards that you'll find here, and on that second chessboard you will find a key card for a room. From that chessboard you need to about face, so turn around. And this time you want to hang a right, so go past the electric stuff on the floor again. Head down towards the railway station, and on the right hand side, so once you get to the right here, turn right twice and you want to go up to the top of the ladder and you will find a photograph by a dead body. Now from that railway station below, you want to turn around again, and I apologize for making you backtrack a little bit here, but from here turn around 180 degrees and walk past the statue in the middle. You want to go all the way around, don't get stuck on the dead body. Make your way all the way down to the end, and on the left hand side you will see a fountain, and in that fountain is photo number 2. Once you've done that, return to the statue in the middle, and you're going to want to make your way past the electrified junk on the right hand side again. So from this point here, take a right, go past your chessboards, but this time you're going to go up the stairs behind the chessboards. We're going to go bag the achievement for finding the happy birthday room. So head up the stairs, follow it around. Once you're at the top of the stairs, head towards the balcony, but now you want to hang a left and then turn left into this open room. Now at this point there's normally a guy that is tending to the bar. Behind this bar you'll actually see there's 2 key cards that are hung up, and you want to grab those key cards off of the wall. So observe that guy, watch what he's doing. But grab those 2 key cards for the guest rooms. Once you have picked those up, you want to look to your left, and then you'll see a set of rooms in front of you. Go to the room that is in the far corner just here, and you want to insert the key card into the door, and then this will unlock the happy birthday room. Once you head inside, the achievement will pop. But this also, you want to make your way over to the bed, and on the bed you will find another photograph collectible. Now for the next collectible, I wasn't 100% sure if it counted towards the achievement, but I picked it up anyway because it's very similar to the collectibles you found in Chapter 1. Exit the birthday room, take a left, make your way all the way down to the end of the corridor, and you'll be able to open this door on the end here. So insert the key card, open up the door, and then in this room, on the bed, you will find another passport. Now, like I said, I don't think it counts, but it's for Albert Einstein, and it's a pretty cool passport in that sense. Now, this is a significant progress on, so you'll have switched off the electricity to move forward through the game. So you'll need to shimmy through this particular area. Once you get into this area, on the left-hand side, you will find a bar. And on that bar is another key card. So you want to pick that one up, and that is the next collectible. Okay, so from that last collectible, you'll be in front of more rooms and lots of bodies. You want to progress through this door that is in front of you, and you want to make your way down to the end. And on the right hand side, you'll find another key card that is on the floor for you to collect. Okay, so the next collectible was progressed further on. This is when you have opened the doorway to get to your sister's apartment. You'll head into this bar area. They've got a lot of bars in this place. Once you're into this area, you'll see a guy behind the window, but head towards the sofa to your right and you will find the Miller family photo on the desk just here. Now the next collectible requires you to progress significantly through the game. This is after the Aubrey guy has exploded this door. The door to the right of this one is actually open, and you want to make your way into the left hand side bedside cabinet, and you want to grab the photo off of here, which is the Brown family photo. And then the next collectible actually requires you to solve a puzzle. So from that photograph, turn around and you will find a sheet of paper on the desk, which gives you the clue. So it says about the peaceful sheep, and this is what dictates what you need to put in to answer the lock. So read the clue. It will tell you that you need to match on one side, for example, the shepherd to the dog, the sheep to the grass, the wolves to the sheep. Once you've paired that off, so in this case you've got a sheep, so I want to spin that around and I want to put the grass in, and you want to click the lock to the right, and that will turn the light green and it will spin the other dial. And in this case I have to select the dog, hit the dial button again, and rinse and repeat. This could be different for you. It all varies on the game itself. It's random. But once you've completed that, on the inside you will find your next collectible. So pick that one up. And that is the final collectible for this chapter. So we are now in chapter 4. This is significantly far into chapter 4 after you've completed some activities with wading through the sewers. Once you reach this area, the first thing you'll find is a pneumatic tube letter, so pick this one up. Now there's also a couple of other tube letters in this room in particular, but they're not in the tubes themselves. I don't know if they count towards the achievement, so I'm going to show them to you anyway. There's one on the desk behind you, so you want to pick that one up also. Once you've done that, this is slightly further on. You'll enter this room here in particular, and you'll start to hear like random monster growls if you continue further forward. But you want to enter the first door on your left. You want to keep going further into the room, and you want to make your way to this desk over here. On top of that desk, you'll find a blueprint. Okay, so on to the next collectible. You'll eventually reach this corridor, which has been absolutely trashed. You want to make your way down to the end, and then there will be this door on the end which you need to open up and hit the green light on. You want to make your way to the back of the room, and next to the corpse in the corner you will find the next blueprint. Okay, again, you're in another corridor chock full of bodies. You want to make your way down, and then the first door on the left hand side here, room 322, you want to open this one up, and you'll be in this room with this kind of blue mist. You want to make your way over to the other side of the desk, and you will find another tube message. This is an unsent one, again like before. I don't know if this counted towards the achievement. Once you've given that a read, you want to backtrack out of this room, and you want to take a left, and you want to go straight across, and you want to go into room 323. Once you've opened that door, you'll be in another room that's absolutely trashed again. Make your way over to this broken door. You know you're at the right door when you see these cowards run by, and you will find the next blueprint to your right. Okay, so once you've got the collectible, you want to backtrack, and you're going to go follow your friends that were out running. So take a right, and you're going to head out into this corridor that's kind of full of this blue cloud called Exo. Halfway along the corridor you'll get roared at, but there's another room on your left hand side. You want to open this one up, and it will take you into a presentation room. Over by the main desk at the front of the classroom you will find the next blueprint. Okay, so the next collectible is significantly later down the line after you've run away from Jamie Foxx's Electro from Spider-Man. You'll put a dent in this door, but once you reach this area where it's kind of safe, you want to follow it around, and on the left hand side, kind of towards the middle of the room, you'll find the next blueprint. And then from this blueprint here, you want to make your way across the room. Then you want to go through the door at the end. Take a left, and you want to head into this room following this bloody trail on the floor to what looks like a dentist chair. And then by the cages here you will find another blueprint. Okay, so from this collectible we want to head back out into the corridor that we're in. You want to take a left, and you want to follow this all the way down until you reach kind of like the midway point. There is a, not this first door but you've just gone past, but the second door. You'll be able to go into this room, and then you want to head over to the chalkboard that is at the back here, and just on the floor right next to it you'll find another blueprint next to the lady sat in the chair. From this one here you want to look up, and you want to look to your left. There is another unsent tube letter that is nearby, so it's worth reading it just to make sure you've got yourself covered. So pick that up. Again, like I said before, I don't know if that counts the achievement. Exit the room. You want to take a right, and you want to take a right again, and you want to walk through this trashed up corridor. Take another right, walking past all of the bodies on the floor. Take a left, and then you want to head up the stairs. Now this collectible is a little bit tricky to spot, but head past the map that is just there, and you will see the collectible is actually on this sofa, and it's hidden in the darkness quite well. That is the last collectible for Chapter 4. We are now in Chapter 5. In front of you, you will see this locked door eventually, and you want to hit this switch to your right. This will open up this room, and you'll see this room, there's a kind of live electric wire in here, and on the desk you'll find collectible number 1, and these are the physics department's memos and notices for this chapter. Once you've got that big metal door open, you'll be able to get collectible number 2. So head through into the room, take a right, and then there'll be a set of stairs in front of you. You want to head up these stairs. Once you're at the top of the stairs, take a little bit more of a right, and you'll see the pneumatic tubes again, and you will find a letter to the left of the tube, not actually in the tube. Okay, and on to the next. So straight away from this one, it's quite an easy find. Turn around, and you want to open up the door just behind you. You want to make your way across. and you will find the collectible on the desk at the back. Now, this is significantly further on into the chapter. You will have navigated a large chunk of the fire already. It'll come to this point where you need to squeeze between this barrel and some stuff, some junk. Once you've done that, the collectible is not too far away. It is just... for some reason I decided to go backwards here. I apologise. But it is just on the right hand side, just here. It is on the desk. You want to pick that one up. And that is the final collectible for Chapter 5. Okay, so we are now in Chapter 6. Your first collectible in Chapter 6 is on your left. So as soon as you enter this giant fancy theatre room, go past the rail station sign, you'll see some pneumatic tubes, and you will find the collectible in the lit up pneumatic tube. You're now in the theatre, so this is progressing a little bit further towards the story. This is the first time you walk into the theatre. You want to head down the stairs, you want to take a right, and you will find a signed poster on one of the chairs. This is the collectibles type for this chapter. Now, shortly after this one, you will need to go up some of these marble stairs as you're trying to find the observation booth for the theatre. So head up the stairs, and you want to keep following the stairs all the way up to the top. But when you get to the top, you want to take a right, and you will find the collectible that is at the end of the corridor. Okay, so you eventually hit a point where you will have to climb between different balconies, and you will have to go across this steel girder that's fallen down. When you're on the other side of that steel girder, you want to make your way out into the corridor. Take a left when you see the Frankenstein and Moby Dick poster, and you will find the next signed autograph poster next to the bin that is overturned on the floor. And then the next collectible is actually down by the main stage itself, so it is in the music pit. So you want to head all the way down following the red carpet to the middle, and you want to make your way over to the piano. You know when you're in the right place because there'll be one of those weird visuals playing the piano, and it is on the piano's bench itself. So the next collectible is a little bit further on after a scene where you're being chased by a madman with a knife. You want to head through the door that has got slow written next to it. So after he stops chasing you, you will end up in this area. Go through the door that is called slow, and you'll come around the corner, you'll find a bloody mannequin. Go past that mannequin, and you want to keep making your way down past this large painting. Where it says like him on the wall, you will find the clown poster, which is signed, and it says Trololololol all over it. That is the last collectible for this chapter. Okay, so we are now in the next chapter, and I apologise, this one's a little bit tough to use for landmarks. You're navigating through this place that has been on fire, and the power is turning off and on. You eventually have to extend this bridge to move forward. Once you've extended that bridge, you will find the collectible on the left hand side. It is a maintenance notice. That is the collectible type for this chapter. Eventually you reach this area where you've got this electrified door. Take a right, and you will find another pneumatic tube that has a letter that is inside it. And then the next collectible is in the same area, so you want to go from that same electrified door again, but this time you want to head to the left, and you want to follow the wall around, and you will find the collectible pinned next to a pressure valve. So the pressure valves are a part of the main puzzle for this room. Okay, so once you progress significantly further on the game, you'll end up in this area where you have a tower that is electrified, and you've been talking to your pal Aubrey. In this room, if you actually just turn around, you will find the collectible to the right hand side of the stairs on this panel just here. You'll know when you're in the right area because there'll be a significant amount of talking. And then the final collectible for this chapter is actually after you've navigated the danger zone, the electrical shockwaves area. You end up in the room where Aubrey was. Now before you proceed to the end of the chapter, you want to take a right before you go to the left, and you will find the final maintenance report on the floor. You are now in Chapter 8, and this is just after you've woken up in the surgery room. Now, this is the second surgery room that you will go through along the way. Before you exit this room, on the left-hand side, you will find this sketch of human lungs. So that is the collectible type for this chapter. You'll be in this area where you've got these kind of glowing green things. The collectible is in this area, so once you reach this room in particular, follow the room around, and then on the left hand side, just next to this control panel, you will find another sketch for fertilizer on the floor that helps to create plants. Massive. Now from that collectible, you want to look to your right. There'll be a set of stairs that you'll need to climb up, so head up the top of those stairs and you'll be in a slightly larger open room, but there is a pneumatic tube at the top on the right hand side with another letter. Once you've done that, you'll eventually reach this kind of greenhouse area. You want to go through the door that is on the front. You'll have been talking to Nikola Tesla. On the left hand side, as soon as you walk in, you will find the next sketch between these plant pots. And then from these plant pots, you want to make your way to the far corner of the room and you want to head up the stairs. So turn around and look to your right, go up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, you will find the next collectible. So just a reminder, across the room, to the right of this orange glowy machine, make your way up the stairs. Once you're at the top of the stairs, you want to take a left, and then next to this red bag on top of the crates, you will find the sketch. So it's a little bit further on, after you've opened the door that requires the generator to stay on for a certain length of time. You'll be in a room full of the exo energy, whatever it's called, and about halfway down this corridor you want to take a left before you continue forward with the main game. You want to make your way down to the very end of this corridor and you will find it amongst these boxes down here. That is another, and I think it's the final sketch of the chapter. So we are now in Chapter 9. This is quite a little bit way in. You will have been following some silhouettes on their escape to get out of the Helios station. So once you reach this kind of main kind of glassy corridor, you want to follow this all the way down, and you'll see this door that is on your left eventually, which is open, but you want to follow it around, and by these two bodies here you will find the collectible on top of this drum. It is blueprints again, and it's explaining some of Tesla's inventions. Now slightly further on again, you'll be in this corridor where you've got this orange kind of glowy stuff around you. There's a room with the body, and there's a switch that's on the left hand side as you're going towards the elevators, and you'll find the collectible blueprint just in the corner here. Once you've done that, you'll be back in a corridor on a walkway full of the blue stuff. You want to actually climb down because the door at the end is locked. Once you reach the bottom of the ladder, there is actually a collectible that is nearby, so just turn around and look at it and pick it up. Okay, so from the previous collectible, we're going to make our way across to the next one. So you have a series of interactions with Aubrey in this area in particular, where he's locking and opening doors. But follow the path that I do. It's the only path you can actually take. And you reach this corridor that's full of the blue stuff again, but the blueprint is on the left-hand side on the desk as you're going through. Now, this is after you've run away from your creepy blue friend again. You'll be in this room here, which is the safe space. Don't go through the door just yet, because you're going to find the next two collectibles. Next to the pneumatic tubes, you will find another blueprint. And then to the left of that blueprint, you are going to find a pneumatic tube letter for you to read again. Okay, and then from that last collectible, you want to head through that door. So turn around, hit the switch. Straight away to your left, you will find the collectible on the desk just here. You want to grab that one. That is the final blueprint for Chapter 9, bagging you the achievement for this chapter. Okay, so on to the final chapter of the game. You'll eventually hit this room which has got a big glowy blue generator in. This is right at the start of the level. Straight to your left you will find Tesla's person. Now once you've progressed significantly further, you will enter this room with the Tesla contraption again. On the right, as soon as you enter that room, you'll find a blueprint pinned to the notice board. Once you've picked that one up, you want to take a look to your right and you will find more of the pneumatic tubes. So head on over and head over to the one that's slightly glowing, and another letter will pop up. Pick this one up, and if you've been following along, this is the pneumatic letter achievement, letters from the future. Once you've got this one, you want to make your way past the pneumatic tubes and to the desk down at the end, and you will find another one of the collectibles for this chapter. So on the desk just here to the left, it's one of Tesla's notes. Pick that one up and you have completed the collectibles in this room. Okay, so now we are in Nikola Tesla's bedroom. Once you've walked in, just make your way down to the far back towards the bookcases. Make your way to the top of the stairs and you want to head right twice and you'll find his bed. The collectible is on top of the bed for you to grab. And for the final collectible of the game, you will have taken the secret elevator down to his escape pod. Before you decide to leave, take a look to your left as soon as you exit and you will find the final collectible in the game on the bookshelf. This nets you the achievement for collecting everything in Chapter 10. I've been Justin here from the Achievement Squad. If you found this guide useful, drop us a like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.